My name is Mike Spens, and today I'm going to be talking about how SolidWorks Electrical can help you build process and instrumentation diagrams for piping systems. Now, SolidWorks has long been known as a great tool for mechanical designers to produce complex shapes, massive assemblies, and intricate mechanical designs. However, with diagrams and schematics, they lack the visual interest of mechanical designs, and the tools available today are little better than automating paper and pencil. Now, those diagrams and symbols on diagrams represent physical parts. How do you integrate those physical parts into your mechanical systems and ensure that the diagrams and physical 3D models match without having to do additional auditing? So let's talk about how SolidWorks Electrical provides you a tool to create intelligent diagrams for piping, integrate with SolidWorks mechanical designs, and help you automate the reporting process. So first, intelligent diagrams. With SolidWorks Electrical, I can come into my library of symbols in an electrical project and find just the piping symbols that I need. I can organize them by groups or simply do a search. For example, searching for pump produces a variety of piping and pneumatic and hydraulic pumps. I'd like to use this symbol right here. Placing the symbol on my diagram introduces a new component into the system, or I can reference an existing component. And I have the electrical design for this pump already in place, and so I'm going to use that same component, so I can purchase one pump. To draw pipes, I can simply use the wire drawing tools in SolidWorks Electrical and create groupings for hydraulic, pneumatic, or pipes. In this case, I'm going to use my working line that may already have diameters and other specific piping information built into it. Drawing those pipes is as easy as snapping to the existing devices and tanks, and even if I'm sloppy with my drawing of my pipes, SolidWorks Electrical will automatically clean up and trim to the devices. I can make sure that my connection points are up to date as well with a click of a button. Now, I've also grouped some of my symbols so that I can access them quickly without having to search. For example, this hand-operated pump. Now, I want to create several, so I'm going to make these automatically marked and place a few, and then define the manufacturer's part after the fact for all three valves. Now, you can use the library inside of SolidWorks Electrical to associate manufacturer's parts like this valve to these three symbols. Now, each of them get that same valve applied, and that valve is now counted in the bill of materials. Now, we'll only use V3 in this case. We also have a connection of a pipe that runs over to another sheet, so we can use the SolidWorks Electrical origin destination markers to give hyperlinks or go-tos from one sheet to another. Now, these origin destination markers will only let you connect the same type of pipe so that I don't inadvertently connect a 2-inch diameter pipe to a 4-inch diameter pipe. And those hyperlink between the sheets, so if I have a complex design, I can very easily go from diagram to diagram. Pipe numbers can be automated with SolidWorks Electrical. With a click of a button, pipe numbers can be created based on rules on your pipes, and symbols can be used to represent those numbers as well. In this case, pipe number 20 is already defined as a 2-inch working line. I can also add additional properties to each pipe. For example, in this case, I'd like to specify that this one is PVC. So with the intelligent diagramming tools in SolidWorks Electrical, you can obviously design much more efficiently and quickly. Now let's take a look at how SolidWorks Electrical integrates with SolidWorks on the 3D side. In our project, we have a SolidWorks assembly related to this. We'd like to start by inserting one of our components, and that's specifically this pump. But as a mechanical designer, if I don't know where it is, I can use a simple search tool in my component list. In this case, I'm going to search for any pumps. So there are two pumps found in the system. pump P1, and I can look at the preview of where that's created on the diagram. And that's not the one that I want. But this hot water pump looks to be the one that I want. So being able to preview and see what the schematic designer did helps me know, as well as the fact that I can see that there's already a SolidWorks assembly associated with the other. Now simply going to that item in the tree, I can insert it with a right click. Any of your manufacturer's parts can have 3D parts associated with them in your library. Next, I'll use SolidWorks piping to be able to route my pipes. Let's give this one a name of corner valve. I can add any additional pipe segments anywhere I need. And then, of course, with the intuitive tools in SolidWorks piping, even connecting lines automatically creates the elbows needed to finish the route. Inserting the valve can be done directly from the electrical component tree, and it won't fit on this side, so let's place it here. And I've now finished this segment of my piping run. Now let's take the pipe over into the other room out of the pump. We're going to follow the same process and use SolidWorks routing again to very quickly create the piping run needed. In the other room, we have a tank where we need to add some additional pipe. And you can push and pull on those, draw out the individual pipes, or use tools like AutoRoute to automatically create the piping run between these two sides. Now we'd like to relate this pipe system to the hangers up top. So we can quickly throw in a dimension between any pipes and any objects in our system, like the pipe hanger rail. Now as a mechanical designer, I noticed that the diagram designer forgot a valve. We need an additional valve here for maintenance so that we can shut this system off from this room. So let's take a look at how this integrates and how it's associative between the schematic tool and the diagramming tool and the mechanical side. So this could be two users doing this process. So from SolidWorks, we're going to go ahead and add a new component. And in this case, this will be a valve. So if I type in V for a valve, it gives me the next mark. And let's call this the maintenance valve. We can use a search tool to find additional components, and you can specify those by manufacturer, type in descriptions, and use all kinds of filters to help you find the right parts. And as soon as I complete this process on the mechanical side, the new valve is also added on the schematic side. That's the power of the database behind SolidWorks Electrical. So let's finish out the mechanical design and add that valve into place. We can also take advantage of the SolidWorks piping tools to be able to document our pipe systems. For example, let's take our corner valve assembly. Now we'd like to create a detailed drawing that we can associate with the project. So from the piping tools, a simple click of the piping drawing creates a fully documented drawing for me. That includes total pipe required and length of the total pipe, as well as the components that are used to build up that pipe system. Now one way to share this with the electrical project is to simply save out a PDF file. From either SolidWorks or the electrical diagramming tools, I can add attached files. So now the PDF of this drawing is associated with that P&ID schematic project. Now if we come back as the electrical designer, he sees that the new valve has been added, and he can simply right-click to insert the symbol for that valve. And that easily our documentation is complete and accurate and in sync with the mechanical design. Not only that, but we also have a reference to that piping drawing in our project. So with the SolidWorks integration, it helps you avoid mistakes and make much more accurate designs between your diagrams and your mechanical systems. Finally, let's take a look at our automated reporting and what that can do for you in SolidWorks Electrical. Our project is backed by a powerful database that keeps track of all of your components, connections, and pipes. So we can get immediate reporting on bills of materials of all the components that we've added, as well as list of pipes, and if the project contains a combination of pipes and wires like this system does, I can see both our 2-inch pipes as well as our wires above that connect everything electrically. To be able to save these and share them with others, we can generate drawings, we can export Excel spreadsheets or text files. In this case, let's go ahead and generate a drawing table of the bill of materials. Now we've configured the project to be able to show all of the components, their description, as well as their reference or mark, and the quantity of each. So with the automated reporting, it helps you plan accurately and get the right information downstream to your other business systems. So in summary, you have intelligent diagrams in SolidWorks Electrical, your connection to SolidWorks on the mechanical side, and automated reporting ultimately help SolidWorks Electrical for P&ID diagrams and piping systems help you reduce cost and help you improve the quality of your designs.